fuck you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
That's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
Oh my fucking god. Hey guys, it's me, Vixel123, and hello guys. Welcome.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys suggested.
Top of the morning, you ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome, finally, to God of War.
What a fucking...
Everyone starts gaming somewhere.
Oh shit, we in the money, bro. We in... Oh, come on, man. Really?
Maybe it was a random mobile game you downloaded because you were bored. Maybe it was Minecraft with your friends after school. Or maybe you've been gaming for years and have played hundreds of different titles. Well, no matter where you started, almost every gamer goes through a similar journey. From simple mobile games to online multiplayer addictions to discovering that games can be so much more than just simply entertainment. This is the 7th level of gaming. Let's see which level you're on. Level number 1. Mobile games. Mobile games are where most people begin. They're the most accessible games in the world and everyone has a phone. They're free to play. Most of them are easy to understand and perfect for killing time. We all know that one kid at McDonald's or at a family gathering asking you if you have games on your phone with that innocent look in their eyes. Well, we were all those kids at one point in our life. We love just having fun, doodling around on some random games on your phone. Games like Subway Surfer, Candy Crush, Shadow Fight, or even more advanced mobile titles like FC Mobiles, Call of Duty filled up our mom's phones as kids. If you were old enough, maybe it'd be like Flappy Birds, Pac-Man even. Well, they're simple compared to PC and console games, but they're enough to make you realize that gaming is actually pretty fun. If you are a 90s or maybe even early 2000s kids, then arcade games filled the same role as a mobile game. But obviously, you play them a lot less than a phone game because, you don't get to go to the arcade every single day. Either way, this is where your journey begins. Level 2. Popular online games. Eventually, mobile games aren't enough anymore. You're introduced to PC or console games, and now you're playing some of the biggest titles that everyone knows and all your friends plays and recommend. Fortnite, Valorant, Minecraft, Roblox, Call of Duty, Overwatch, the list goes on. The games become bigger, more complex, and you start to get competitive with it, trying to outrank your friends. This is where you really start to understand why millions of people love gaming as you fall in love with it yourself. It's like a whole new world opened up for you to start exploring. All these games that your friends or all the big streamers and YouTubers play. But little did you know, you're about to fall into the trap that these big gaming companies want you to fall into. Level 3. Getting addicted to one game. Eventually you find the game. The one game you can't stop thinking about. You start to play it every single day, multiple hours at once. Your friends are on, you buy skins, you grind rank together. Every free hour becomes another gaming session. Every day you look at the clock in your classroom, wishing the minutes and the hours away just so you can get home and hop on the game with the boys. These are your prime gaming years. Every single day, every single hour, just making plans with your friends. Hey dude, are you free after school at 5 p.m? Hop on the console. Grinding out your first Fortnite win, getting your first rank every single day becomes new excitement. But eventually, the excitement fades. You've done everything now. You've ranked up, your friends slowly stop playing the game and move on to other things. The weekly update the game put out aren't enough for you anymore. Eventually, it's just you on the same boring cycle almost every single day, like a zombie at work, and it's finally time to move on, either to a different game that all your friends are now on, or up to the next level. Level 4. Exploring beyond the big games. Now you begin exploring. You realize there are thousands of games that you've barely touched or even knew existed. There's a whole different world in gaming for you and your friends to play outside of the hero shooters or the battle royale. When you finally try games you've always heard about but never played, maybe you discover smaller multiplayer games that are still fairly mainstream, like The Forest, Raft, Sea of Thieves, but these are the games that you often overlook when it comes to gaming. You just think of the big competitive titles that everyone plays. Then you start thinking, hey, those indie $5 friend slap game on Steam look pretty fun. Yeah, I'm trying to hop on that. And then, the more of these games you play, the more you realize you barely scratched the surface of gaming. Gaming suddenly just feels so much bigger than you have ever imagined. Level number 5. Single player games. Then something changes. You realize gaming doesn't always need to be loud, competitive, or multiplayer. Sometimes it's better alone. You discover story-driven games like The Last of Us. I made a really cool video essay on The Last of Us Part 2 just recently, so if y'all want to check that out, be in the card in the top right corner. Back to the video. Red Dead Redemption, or games with branching choices like Detroit Become Human, Life is Strange, the list goes on. Games where developers and writers poured years of passion into creating the most unforgettable experiences and even add their own takes on the world. Some open your eyes, some controversial. These games don't just entertain you, they make you think, they change your perspective. Some stay with you long after the credit rolls. You begin to see games the same way people see films, books, or music, like art. That's when you start wondering, how much deeper does this rabbit hole go? Level 6. Discovering indie games. So then you dive even deeper. You've experienced most of the major AAA games, so now it's time for something different. Indie games. Not the biggest indie hits like Terraria or Five Nights at Freddy's. No. I'm talking about the truly niche one that most of your friends have never even heard of. Hell, you probably haven't even heard of these games. Some of these games, I don't even know until like 2 weeks ago. Games like Indica, Without a Dawn, countless other hidden gems. And yes, I do recommend checking out most of these games. They're really impressive and I won't get into spoilers. But these are games where graphic or gaming mechanics don't really matter nearly as much as the atmosphere, the storytelling, the symbolism, the emotion, and the message hidden inside the game that the author is trying to send to you. Some of these are beautiful, some terrifying, some will leave you disturbed for days, but they all have one thing in common, is that they all show you how creative games can be. They're basically just art, but interactive in a way that no other forms of entertainment media can be. Level 7. Gaming Nerd. At this point, you're no longer just playing the games, you're now studying them. You know the lore, even deeper than just the story. You know how they're made. You dig deep into every single game that you play, if you think it's worth your time, of course. You recognize developers just by their design philosophy. You notice references and Easter eggs that most players completely miss. Maybe you've even fallen down the rabbit hole of watching or making hour-long video essays about games. You're a full-blown gaming nerd. And honestly, that's awesome. Games have become one of the most creative forms of entertainment in the world. I know video games have come a long way since being treated as second fodder to Hollywood and other forms of entertainment, but it's still not getting anywhere near the amount of respect it deserves today. They're layered, emotional, artistic, and they deserve to stand alongside films, music, and books. People like you, in this level, are the reason developers put hidden details, deeper meaning, and incredible stories into their games. So don't be embarrassed by your hobby. Be proud of it. So, what level are you? Maybe you're still grinding your favorite multiplayer, or maybe you're just discovering new story games, or maybe you've gone so deep into gaming that you somehow know the lore of every game you've ever played, know the history behind it, and every single game in the franchise. Either way, every gamer journey is different, and that's what makes gaming such an amazing hobby in my opinion. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what level you're at, and what games changed the way you look at gaming. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.